Hey guys, right, so recently I've been going through life thinking I've only been training for about 5, 6 years, and it's actually a conversation that I had the other day with one of my best friends where we kind of sat down and worked out just how long I've been training, and it shocked me because I'm really bad with time. Like, I would normally say, oh yeah, last year I did this, but it was actually a couple of years ago. I'm really bad. And it actually turned out that I've been training for 10 years. 10 whole years. God damn. It surprised me because it doesn't feel like I've been training 10 years. And what I thought I would do, what I thought would be nice is for me to do a video saying some of the things that I've learned during my 10 years of lifting. Now, right now I'm a certified personal trainer, and I do online coaching, I do in-person coaching, diet reviews, all this kind of stuff. And a lot of the information that I give my clients and a lot of the information I apply to a lot of the strategies and information I apply to my clients, I've developed them through my own research and through applying them to myself. Now, some of the things that I've, done in my 10 years was, well, it all started with the weight loss. I was 22 stones, wanted to lose weight, didn't care how I did it. And I went from 22 stones to 16 stones in 3 months. And that was with, really, really being meticulous with what I'm eating. Cardio was on point, heavy lifting, and the results spoke for itself. And that's where it started because, prior to that, I was that lazy guy. I didn't want to do any kind of physical activity. Football, I would always be goalkeeper. PE, never cared about it. Done everything I could to kind of skip it when I was in school. I wasn't interested in the sport. I wasn't interested in the gym. Now it's very different. Very, very different. As I said, I've been lifting for 10 years. It's crazy. So, started off with weight loss. And then when I got down to about 16 stones, you look down and, you can start to see like abs and shit. And I felt personally a bit too small. So I decided to go ahead and start just building muscle. And from there became my obsession with how to do it the quickest way, the best way, what's the optimal way to just get this done, right? I've done I've had various training methods. I've done kind of high volume work, which I love. Loads of reps, loads of sets. I've done strength training, which kind of started off with something called Max OT, which stood for maximum overtraining, which was I think if I remember correctly, was made by Jeff Willett, which was a bodybuilder, is a bodybuilder. It might have originated by someone else, but I found that from Jeff Willett, which is there was a documentary talking about how I would like I want to look like that guy, and that's where I found that maximum overtraining, Max OT. So I did strength training by that, which was basically 4 to 6 reps. I've done strongman stuff, which, that took its toll on me. I thought I was literally going to break with that training. But at the same time, I liked it because it was very tough, very mentally challenging, physically challenging, of course. But it really taught me some stuff. Powerlifting was wonderful because when you do powerlifting, you start to feel like you're unstoppable. And through those different types of training, the idea was always about muscle. Regarding strength, even though I did the strongman and I did the powerlifting, I was never really that worried about strength. Why? Because I can't remember where I read it, but I found this quote saying, whatever your max is on a particular lift, there's going to be a small Chinese girl that's going to warm up with your max. And although that might be a bit exaggerated, that is truth to that. And that would be, it doesn't matter where you are, there's always going to be someone who is stronger than you, right? So strength wasn't really, I got that in my head really quickly. So strength wasn't really something that I was aiming for. It was always about a certain look, which I like to think I achieved that certain look, because I got down to 16 stones and I thought, you know what, I'm too light, I feel like anyone can push me over and whatever. And I just wanted to be boom, big, strong, powerful, all that kind of stuff. Even though I said the strength wasn't a thing, but you still need a certain strength, and a certain strength will come with a certain size. So I've done all of that. Now regarding diet, man, I've tried all of them. I've tried the keto, I've tried intermittent fasting, which I still do. I still use intermittent fasting. And what have I learned by all of this that I'm telling you? What I'm telling you is, there are various ways for you to get to one point, right? Various ways. It doesn't mean you have to take one point. Now, let's take it in terms of training. If you like to lift heavy, right? Will you make gains from that? Of course. Will you make better gains by doing maybe higher volume? Probably. But if you don't like that kind of training, then don't do it. You can still get to that particular goal. Might take longer, right? In regards to diet, I choose intermittent fasting. Why? Because I use intermittent fasting to as a tool to control my calories. I get pissed off if I need to eat 6 small meals. I don't like the feeling of finishing a meal and not being content, right? So I opt to have less frequent meals and just have a big meal. By the end of it, I'm good. I don't want no more food, right? And for me, that works for me. And that I found that to be a good way to control my calorie intake. It's down to your personal preference. If you're an individual who finds it really hard to have, a lot of veg and, all this kind of clean foods, then maybe a thing such as if it fits your macros, which is another thing that I've done, I've tested out, maybe that would be better suited to you. But if I've learned anything in my 10 years, of lifting, it is do you. You do you, right? What do I mean by that? What works for me might not work for you. Now, we're not talking about in terms of getting the results. The results will work, right? There is a faster way to get the results, okay? But what can you stick to? Because at the end of the day, people will talk about, oh yeah, but you know what? You need this amount of protein and this amount of that. You need to be training like this. Excuse me. All of that means nothing if you're not continuously doing that. Consistency is the key, okay? You can have all that information, that's wonderful, but if you're not consistent with it, you're not going to make the gains. So I would prefer to, if I were to do something at 100%, but I know that I'd probably stick with that for a week and then, you know what, I'm going to fuck up, right? There's no point in that. If I could do things at maybe 80%, right? But I know that that's something that I can stick with for, a good few months or maybe even a lifetime, I'd stick with that, right? Because consistency is the key. No point in going for that 100%, getting that results in a very short time and then screwing up for the rest of it. Doesn't make sense. So you do you. Do things your way, right? You will get to the results. Now, obviously, as I've said, if you want to get there fast, there is a certain way for you to do things. But I've managed to get my results by doing things my way, and I've enjoyed it. I now train 2-3 hours a day, and I love it. I love training. I love it. I love lifting. You know, I even kind of like the cardio, because I'll just put my Netflix on and watch something whilst I'm doing my cardio. So, as I said, in the 10 years that I've been lifting, my advice to anyone is you do you. Get all this information, find something that you think you can stick to for a lifetime, and do it. We're interested in longevity. So there we go guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. If you're interested in any kind of coaching, online, in person, whatever, diet reviews, you have questions you want to ask me, whatever, look in the description. There's many ways to contact me. Get at me. Let me know. Train hard, keep it live, get that dirty pump, and I will see you on the next one.